Well, this is not the video I thought I'd be making today. I thought I'd be talking about Breaking Bad, but the very first thing to ever break on my Lexus finally broke, and it's the blower motor for the AC. And it is hot as hell in Florida, so I can't let that stand. So I called the closest Lexus dealership. They have a blower motor in stock. I figured for this, definitely gonna go with a genuine OEM part, because it's been my experience that when you replace, like I've replaced window motors and stuff and windshield wiper motors with aftermarket parts, and they never seem to work as well. So it's like $50 more to get the part directly from, well, I'll say this. Aftermarket parts seem to be somewhere between like $90 and like $130. Like if I were to order online, it'd probably be $90 plus whatever shipping they want to charge me. But if I go to AutoZone, it's like $125. It's $175 to get it from Lexus. To me, it's worth the extra $50. I mean, I didn't feel like spending $200 today, but do you see how much I'm sweating? Do you see how it's 90 degrees? Look at the outside temperature. It's 96 degrees. Can't be driving around with no AC. Whew, I did that for far too long. Too many years. So, throw it on the credit card. Let it accrue interest for the rest of my life. But I gotta fix this AC. So that's where I'm heading. I got a buddy of mine who's a mechanic, and he says he'll help me swap it out, and should take all of about 2 seconds to get done. He says it's typically that way in the Camrys. We'll see. Hopefully it's that way in the Lexus, which is essentially an Avalon. Suppose it's right under the dash. So I'm gonna go pick up this blower motor. One interesting thing to note, I called the Toyota dealership first because I assumed that the part for the Avalon would be cheaper. I assume it's the same part. I could be wrong. Funny thing, the Lexus part was like $50 cheaper. Like the Avalon part was like $230 or something. So I don't know. I assumed the Lexus would be more expensive. It is not, which is weird. You know, one of the reasons I bought this car is because it was cheaper to buy the Lexus than it was to buy the Toyota equivalent. Odd that the Lexus has been less expensive the whole way around than getting an Avalon. I just got to the Lexus dealership. You can see it here. They gave me a bottle of water. Apparently when I walked in, I went to the wrong building. But the guy was like, "You're in the wrong building. Did you walk here? Are you driving?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm driving. Just the AC just went out of my car, so I'm coming to grab parts." And he's like, "Ah, cool. Well, there's a bottle. Grab yourself a bottle of water, man. You look like you need it." And it's right around the corner. I must look like hell. It's 100 degrees out. Like, it doesn't take long to get sweltering in here. Alright, let's grab this part. Alright, we're now stuck in rush hour traffic. But I got the part. The part was $186.42. See it there? So, the guy was like, "You sure you want to buy this? Like, you want to do a diagnostic?" I'm like, "No." I mean, is it free? He's like, "No." And I was like, "No." He's like, "All right. I mean, if you're sure." I was like, "Well, the blower motor was making a little noise before, and now it's not. And now there's nothing coming out of the dash." He goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, here." I guess that was my free diagnostic. He's like, "Yeah, a lot of people come in here and you know, get these parts." I was like, "Oh, okay, all right. Then I'll probably see you again." So I'm off to my buddy's house. He used to do all the work on my Grand Marquis. He's a mechanic for the cab company that I used to work for. So they're working on Camrys now, so he's no stranger to doing this job. Go ahead and get on over to his house and we'll get this changed. All right. Well, we swapped the blower motor. Took all of like couple of minutes most. I mean, we spent the majority of time just chatting, you know, because he's like a buddy of mine. But yeah, fixed it. Car's blowing, you know, better than it. I mean, I don't know if it's better than it ever has, but it's definitely cold. So that's all I needed. And now I'm trying to go find an air pump that works at a Wawa, because I had my tires at like 35 psi, and when I took my car in for an oil change, they lowered it to 30. And I was like, all right, but my fuel economy is plummeted. And my mechanic buddy was like, yeah, they had a Toyota engineer that came to the cab company and talked to them, and they said that they would recommend running the tires at like 40 psi, because the max psi in the tires is like 44, and he said it really makes a difference. And I was like, well, wouldn't that, you know, put them out around and, you know, make it wear the middle's a little faster? And he's like, no, because if the max psi in the tires is acceptable, it's 44, they're not going to be out around if they're designed to hold 44 psi. So I've gone to one place, and their air machine wasn't working, so now I'm heading to another. We'll just see. Just gonna bounce around to different Wawas in Orlando until I get one that works. You know, went out for lunch, wasn't expecting to spend $200, but here we are. At any rate, hope you guys dug this. This wasn't the video I planned on making today. Didn't want to spend $200 today, but here we are. Gotta have AC. It's Florida. It's 100 degrees. It's 96 right now, so it's a cool evening breeze coming in. Make it 96. But anyway, hope you guys dig it. You know, I'll see you in the next video. Hit the like button if you like the video, or don't. Whatever. All right, I'll see you dudes later.
Love it.